What it do, guys? Manjoume here with a game of Legendary, a Marvel deck building game based on the 2018 film Ant-Man and the Wasp. So this was probably one of the hardest games of Legendary to come up with a setup for, but I think I came up with something that's a little fun and closely enough relating to the movie as we possibly could get. So there was nothing that would be Sunny Birch, so I'm using s.h.i.e.l.d. from the 007 set. He always leads the Casino Royale villain group, and we're just gonna ignore that for a solo game. Master Strike, make a poker hand. He takes the top 2 cards of the hero deck and uses them to make his poker hand. If his hand beats or ties yours, play the top card of the villain deck. Either way, put his 2 cards at the bottom of the hero deck. Escape. When a villain escapes, increase the danger level by 1. And that's going to come into play when we get to this game. Speaking of which, this was actually as close as I could get, which I don't think was too bad. Selling secrets. So in the movie, he was trying to steal the lab so he could sell them. Set up 5 scheme twists, which is kind of the norm for any kind of 007 game of Legendary. Cards played from the villain deck are played face down in the rightmost city space, pushing other cards normally. So they're still there, you just don't know what they are. You have to reveal them yourself. It costs 2 attack to turn a card face up. If it's a Master Strike, Scheme Twist, or Gadget, we'll say a Gadget is a bystander. They move to the closest villain. They resolve normally. Otherwise, leave it in space and resolve its ambush effect if it has one. If a face-down card would escape, turn it face up and resolve it first. Twist. Each face-up card on assignment or in the city, turn each face-up card on assignment face down. So everything that's face up goes face down. If there were no face-up cards, play the top card of the villain deck. Evil wins when the danger level is 7, and the danger level goes up if someone escapes. Now, in a single-player game, I don't know how difficult that one's going to be, but we'll see. Because other cards may end up getting us toward that state. The villain group alludes to the fact that Sunny Birch was working with the FBI, even though he was going to turn on them later, which is why we have the S.h.i.e.L.D. Elite villain group. And then Sunny Birch's henchmen, I'm going to call the Lords of Death, because they are not that impressive, and they're kind of jokes by the end of the movie. They all kind of are. And of course, we have Stan Lee. One of our submissions is going to be to rescue him. And we have our 5 Master Strikes and 5 Scheme Twists. So it will probably be a short game, and hopefully we'll win all the same. For the hero deck, we have Ant-Man and Wasp, of course. So in the movie, Bill Foster's there, who was a protege or sidekick guy of Hank Pym in the past. Then they have bad blood with each other. They're no longer friends. But presumably in the past, he was some sort of version of Goliath, and he could turn himself big and, I assume, small. But as far as we know, as far as I can tell from these cards, he could only make himself bigger. Whereas Ant-Man can go really small or really big, same as Wasp. I think the poker mechanic in this game is going to make it a lot more interesting than it otherwise would be. I don't know, this is something I'm kind of looking forward to. And I think it'll be lots of fun with multiple players, probably just in the 007 kind of game state instead of a episode of Legendary MCU with cards that aren't necessarily created for that in mind. See the opening lineup. We have a dual card for Goliath, Brilliant Chemist, and Massive Warrior. So basically when you buy him, you choose one side or the other, as well as play it one side or the other. He has size changing, so that if I play one tech card before going to purchase him, he costs 2 less, or if I play a green before trying to purchase him, it costs 2 less. Now, he has size changing, so you can only do that with 1 per color. Choose one or the other. And characters like Bioelectric Sting Wasp has microscopic size changing, meaning I can do it up to the number of times you have the icon. Since there's 2 reds, if I play 2 reds before trying to purchase her, then she costs 2 less for each. And if it goes negative, I actually gain that number of recruitment points. We have another Brilliant Chemist and Massive Warrior, Giant Ego Ant-Man, so 1 of each, and another Bioelectric Sting Wasp. So we have at least 1 of each, a lot of greens in this opening lineup, and some red. So I think what I'm going to want to do is get those Goliaths, because it does go into Giant Ego Ant-Man, because he is size changing, but not for his own color, but for tech, which he is. So that'll work out really well for me. And per this scheme, we have to play each card from the villain deck face down. Then to flip them, we have to pay 2 attack, which I do have. So I guess I'll do that to at least see what it is. It is a Master Strike. When you make a poker hand, you take up to 2 total cards with a cost of 1 or more from your hand or play area. Then you use those plus the Q branch or the HQ to make a hand. So normally I would pick 2 from my hand and then up to, I think 3 from here. Yeah, because it totals 5 cards. But the mastermind here uses top 2 from the hero deck. So I pretty much have this whole space as my hand, and he has this plus 3. If his hand beats or ties mine, play the top card of the villain deck. Let's see, I have 2 pairs. That's 1 4, that's 1 4, so that's 1 pair. 3 3. And then he has, and then this is like a nothing. He has a 4, so it goes with the 4. He has a triple. I think he just beats me. Oh yeah, because he has 1 double, like it's 1 2 3 4 5. So he has a triple and a double, which beats my 2 doubles. So he does beat me. So those 2 cards go to the bottom of the hero deck. Then you play another card from the villain deck. It was interesting. I wish we hadn't gotten it on one of the first turns, so there was no way I could have had help with that. But I will play 4 shield agents to take one of those Goliaths. Let's see what we get instead. Ooh, Ride the Ants, Ant-Man. He'll be even cheaper to get once we draw into that Goliath. See, another card comes in. We don't know what it is, but I can reveal it for 2 attack. The Lords of Death. Well, I would need a wound in my hand or discard to fight him. Otherwise, I would just get a wound. He also has Bribe, meaning even though he has 3 attack, I can use recruitment points as well as attack to actually battle them. But not for that. I will be playing this shield hero in 4. One of these, I guess. You know what? I'm just going to get another Goliath. It's very versatile. Ooh, Risky Science. If I play 2, it'll cost 1. If I can play 3, I actually get recruitment points for having bought that. I think what I really want to do is... Man, if I want to go for a red, I'll get those Bioelectric Stings, because they stack together, and they probably equal like 4? You play 1, and you play the other, it's 2, plus an additional 2, so 4. That's okay. Giant Ego plus Ride the Ant and Risky Science. That's 4 by itself. Pretty cool combos, honestly, with these. But we gotta get there first. We need to start buying more stuff, microscopic size changing and size changing to make things even cheaper. And what do you know? We don't know what this is, so no matter what, this moves ahead. Unless I pay 2 to reveal it, and it is Agent Eric Marshall. He has shield clearance, meaning you have to discard a shield card in order to fight him. Ambush. A shield officer enters the city as a 3 attack villain. When you fight it, gain it as a hero. the S.h.i.e.L.D. officer will be played face up because the S.h.i.e.L.D. officer will be placed face up because the special rules state that when a card is played from the villain deck, it goes face down. This isn't coming from there, so that rule doesn't apply. Face up, and it has 3 attack, equal to its cost. Then when you defeat it, you gain it. That's something I can deal with now. Shield Agent. I could get the ants, but I think I'm going to get the Bioelectric Sting. Why not? Ooh, another Goliath. Oh, that's the rare. That's going to be a get. Unfortunately, he only has size changing, not microscopic size changing. Meaning he'll, the cheapest he'll get is 6, which I think we can get to. I don't think we'll have too much trouble with that. Master Strike. Once again, we have to make a poker hand. Luckily, this turn, I do have 2 cards to actually make one. Then I can pick up to 3 from the lineup to create my hand. There is 1 of each here. Actually, yeah, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that a thing? Is that a hand? Is that? So looking at the rules, there is pair, 2 pair, 3 of a kind, straight, 5, but it has to be 5 cards in succession. So if we had a 7, we could do that, or if we had a 2, we could do that, but we can't do that. 4 of a kind, if we had 4 of a certain number, yeah, we don't have that. Let's see, we have pair, 2 cards with the same cost, 2 pair, 2 cards with the same cost, and another 2 cards with the same cost, like a 4, 4, and 3, 3 that we've done. A 3 of a kind, which I have. A straight 5 cards with successive cost. Like if we had a 7, we could do 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a 7, so we can't get that. Flush. 5 cards with the same class, which we do not. We have no. Well, I have 4. Well, what if I go for tech? Yeah, either way, if there was 1 more green or tech, I would be able to do that, but I can't do that. That would be 5 of the same. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1 more 5. Or since these are dual colors, I can pick 1. There's Full House. 3 cards with the same cost and 2 cards with the same cost, like a 4, 4, 4 and a 3, 3. So I do have a 4, 4, 4, but no pairs. 4 of a kind, 4 the same. We have 3, but not 4. And then straight flush, 5 cards with the same class and successive costs. That one's gotta be really tough to get. I don't even know if that is possible with this setup. It could be, but I don't think it is. Anyway, that in mind, let's look at the top 2, 4, and 5. So he will have, let's see, 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, I guess. It really doesn't matter. So 2 pairs versus my, 2 pairs versus my 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind is a higher rank. So per the rules, he has 2 pairs, a 4 and a 4 and a 5 and a 5. I have a 3 of a kind, 1, 2, 3. Per the rules, I win that. And then the rest of them go to the bottom of the hero deck. Kind of sucks. I think I would have wanted to see them. But no more cards are added. And I can play out my turn. I have 2 recruitment points. And I'll play Brilliant Biochemist for 2 recruitment points. And it's a tech card. Meaning that all these size changing, and even microscopic size changing go down by 2 in cost. And what do you know, I have another one, and I'll play the tech side again so that all the tech cards go down by that amount. So Risky Science actually costs 1. Ride the Ants costs 2. And Giant Ego, size changing tech, actually only costs 4. I have 2, 4, 5, 6 points to work with. Okay, Giant Ego for 4. So I have 2 left. I've played 1 tech, so Growth Industry goes down to 3. Can't afford that. I can get Risky Science, or yeah, I'll get Risky Science. Ooh, Tiny Winged Justice. Then I have a Shield Trooper, and I'll discard 1 shield card to make my clearance to beat Agent Eric Marshall. So that's 1 less card in the lineup. And yeah, there's quite a few. Remember that anytime a villain escapes, to increase danger level by 1, and once it hits 7, we lose. Also have to keep in mind that we've done the Master Strike 2 out of 5 times already. So we're only going to be able to do that poker game a few more times. On the bright side, though, we only have to make 8 points to beat him. If we play our cards right, we can do that pretty quick. Okay, so here's that. Not this turn, though. Yeah, not this turn. Although, I'll play Brilliant Biochemist again. So that's a tech card. So Ride the Ants goes down by 2. That's a 2. And Growth Industry goes down to 3. And I have 1, 2, 3 shield agents. So I have 5 to work with. So I'll get Ride the Ants, which only costs 2. Placed with another Giant Ego. Then for the last 3, I'll get Growth Industry. Right there. That's all my points. Then I have 2 attack. I guess I'll reveal this card. Oh no, it's a Scheme Twist. I was probably almost better off not doing that. Oh, it flips everything face down. That was it. Well, lucky for me, I had stuff face up. Otherwise, I think it would have played another card from the villain deck. Per the scheme. So I have to pay another 2 each to reveal them, but at least I know what they are. Which is good, because now everything's moving along. Risky Science. So that's 2. This one. So those 2 are gone. Played a tech card, so these 2 go down. Won't be able to buy anything though. Giant Ego for 2. Bioelectric Sting 3, 4, and 5. So I'll take this down for 3, so I gain it. And reveal this guy for 2. Not too bad. Everything could be better. I need to get the rare here. Maybe another Giant Ego. Ride the Ants because they play really well together. Ooh, Wing Justice. Tiny Wing Justice would be a good one because it also draws a card. Playing into Giant Ego. So I think a really good turn would be Tiny Wing Justice, Ride the Ants, Giant Ego. And then maybe Enormous Implications because he gets plus attack equal to the cost of another card you played this turn. If it's a 6, oh boy, 6 attack. That's almost enough to fight him once right there. There's another card. Not quite enough. Okay. Gonna play Brilliant Biochemist. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4, 5, 6. having played a tech card. Giant Ego is only a 4, so I'll get that. And Ride the Ants, again, tech, down to 2, so I can buy that. Ooh, that'll be a good one. Then I have 1 attack that doesn't really do me any good. Another card played. Risky Science. Growth Industry. So I played a tech before, I draw a card. Let's see, so I've played a tech card which doesn't help for any of these. But I also have Giant Ego. And since I've drawn 1 card this turn, I get an additional 1 attack. So 2, 4, 6, 7 attack. 7, 8. Then with my 8, I think I'll swing at the Mastermind once. The first tactic is the Cipher. Fight each other player discards a random card in their hand. You draw 1 fewer at the end of this turn. Oh, that sucks. So I lose 1 trooper, which I think was the best case scenario for me because I actually can do stuff with the rest of this hand. I'll have to remember to draw less. It's pretty much the end of that. And I'll play Brilliant Biochemist and a S.h.i.e.L.D. agent. So I have 3 points to work with. I get a Bioelectric Sting. So it looks like green and tech are really the gets in this game. Wait, I only get 5. Okay, I got 5. Another card comes out, so Lord of Death. Escape. Something else is out. I have 5 cards in my hand. Something needs to get KO'd. I'll say Microscopic will get KO'd. Place that. Ooh, Pim Particles. At least that wasn't used for the poker, so I can actually get him. Not this turn, though. And let's see. Okay, we'll keep track of danger level on top of him. Oh wait, on the scheme. Danger level is 1 because 1 villain has escaped. Ride the Ants to draw 1. Agent, 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 officer. So we have 3, 4, 5 recruitment points. Pin Particles goes down by 2 because I played 1 tech. So it's a 7. I don't have enough for that. I guess Tiny Wing Justice. It's not too bad. There's another one. Then I have Bioelectric Sting to reveal. Well, that's gonna move next turn, so Scheme Twist. Nothing was face up. Play the top card of the villain deck, which means something else comes in. And we can't do anything about that, so something definitely will escape next turn. And we will be worse off for it. So another card goes away. This time it was Agent Gabe Jones, who doesn't have an ambush or escape effect, which is good for us. But someone else needs to be knocked out. The rares are, of course, immune to that. Ooh, oh, I thought that was the rare first thing. I'm like, wow, 3 rares. Yeah, so not too much we can do about that. I'll use 2 of my attack to reveal whatever this middle card is. Oh no, it's another Marshal. So of course, ambushes to have a shield officer, meaning something else escapes. Which is a strike. Which doesn't escape but activates. I think that's how I'm going to play. I'm going to say it activates, but it didn't escape because it wasn't a villain. So I think I'm fine on that one. There goes those attack. And Another strike happens, meaning we have to play poker. I have the 6, which I'm going to use, and a 4, which I'm going to use. So I have 2 pairs. 6 and 4. The rest don't really do me any good. So let's see what you get. A 6 and a 4. Okay, so we tie. So in the event of a tie, or he wins, play the next card of the villain deck. So since we tied, they do get to play it. So something else escapes, which is a twist. So first something else gets played, and then everything gets played face down. Okay, so I think that was it. And I can play out the rest of my turn. Play Giant Ego for 2. Then Brilliant Biochemist. An Agent and an Officer. So I'll use that to reveal this officer. And then having played a green, Enormous Implications and Being Big is Best go down by 2 each. I only have 2, 4, 5, and I can't get that, but I can get this 4-coster because it is cheap enough now. Tiny Wing Justice, and then that'll have to end my turn. Another card escapes, so everything gets moved over. Hopefully it's a Scheme Twist. This is, I think that one was there. Eric Marshall escapes, and what does it say? Oh, we were not keeping track of that. So the danger level is now 3. I wasn't paying attention because that with Gabe Jones having escaped, and now this guy, we're at 3 of 7. If face down card was escape, turn it face up and resolve it. I'm guessing it does include the face up ambush effect. Now it's a Master Strike, so nothing else got away. That happens, we have to KO something. Do another Bioelectric Sting. Then we have to play poker. How many? Let me see how many pokers we've done. We've done 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the 4th one. So hopefully I got something good. Ooh, yeah. 4. Let's see, I have a 4. And 3. And I'll pick 1, 2, 3. So I have 4 4s, a 4 of a kind. Should be pretty high. Ooh, a 4 of a kind is almost the best. So almost guaranteed I get something better. So, oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 of a kind as well. Meaning we tie and another card enters, meaning something else escapes. Which is another Gabe Jones, meaning someone else gets KO'd. Tiny Wing Justice. And level is up to 4. Danger level is 4. Hopefully this works out. So first is the Brilliant Biochemist and 3 agents. So I played a tech. So now I've played a tech, 1 tech. So Pim Particles goes down from 9 to 7. Then I'll play Risky Science, another tech, bringing it down to 5. And its effect, since I played a tech before, I may discard a card and draw a card, which is another shield agent. I think I probably would have been better if I just didn't do that. Yeah, I think it would have been better if I just didn't do that. But I do have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruitment points. I'll use 5 to get the pin particles. Ant-Man. Another rare, wow. Who is like all reds. Ooh, wait. I played 2 techs. So that gets -4, so that's a 1. I do have 1. I'll get the risky science. Okay, we need to actually do something. Okay, so this officer leaves, which is another 1, meaning danger level is 5. If we hit 7, we lose. So we gotta do stuff. Ride the ant, draw 1. Growth industry, if I played a tech before, which I did, draw a card. And I played 1. These both go down by 2, so that's a 2 and it's a 3. What do you know? I have a 2, so I can get Ride the Ants. So I've drawn 2 cards this turn. So I'll play Giant Ego, +1 for each card, so that's 2 extra points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attack. 10 minus 3 equals 7 attack left. 7 minus 2 equals 5. Scheme twist. I have 5. 5 minus 2 equals 3. 3 attack left. I'll reveal whatever this is. Oh no, a Master Strike. Alright, so another game of this. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 7s. And were there any 2s? Right in the ants, that's a 4. No, I don't think that's even possible. Alright. I guess I'll pick... Yeah, because these are all singles. I'll pick 5, 6. Then you pick 6 and 4. So we still are equal, meaning I kind of lose. Either way, another one is played, but I think that was the last game, so do get one more. And that just completely just blew through the villain deck. Let's see, that Sharon Carter, Agent 13, has shield clearance, meaning you have to discard a shield card in order to fight her. Oh wow, fortify the shield officer stack if she escapes, meaning if any become villains, an extra one becomes a villain, which would be really bad. Let me just make sure this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ride the ants, draw 1. Ride the ants, draw 1. I think this time I will pick Massive Warrior for an extra 2 attack, and that's a green. I'll reveal this one for 2. Then I'll use 3 to bribe and fight him. Since I don't have a wound, I gain a wound. But nothing escapes next turn. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruitment points. And since I played a green and tech, that costs 2 less. So that's a 4. I think I'll go ahead and get that. Hopefully I can draw more power, because that's what I really need. Play Pin Particles, which is just a 5. Its effect would be a hero in the HQ with no size changing, gains size changing tech. So it's just a 5 this turn for me. But it is a tech card, so I will use Growth Industry to draw 1. Then I'll use Risky Science. Having played a tech card before, I can discard 1 card to draw a card. Okay. Now I'll play Being Big is Best, which has 3 attack and has +1 for each other card you played that costs 4 or more. So I have 3 more attacks, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 points. 15, 16 attack. 16 attack. With my 16, I'm going to hit the Mastermind once. So that leaves me with 8. 8 attack. What does he say? You must have thought I was bluffing. Each player makes a poker hand. The Mastermind takes the top 2 cards of the hero deck and uses them. If they tie or beat, play the top card of the villain deck. Then put them. Oh wow! So it's just another Master Strike. Okay. I guess that's fine. Ooh, 5/5, 5/5. So I have a 4 of a kind. There's almost no way for me to lose this. A 3 and a 5. So you have a 3 of a kind, not better than me. So no cards from the villain deck. Phew. Then I will use the other 8 to hit him one more time this turn, leaving him with 1 left. Welcome, Mr. Beach, or is that Bond? Each player who doesn't have a Bond hero in play or in hand gains 3 wounds. So that actually kind of sucked because I didn't actually know about that. But we'll gain the wounds. Fine. Then he only has 1 left, so this is very possible to actually get done. Probably not next turn, but at some point I think it would be possible. And that in mind, I have 3 recruitment points. And I did play Tech, so he actually does cost 3. So I guess I'll use him. Very similar card in its stead. Sharon escapes, and now she's going to fortify this. I don't know how you're supposed to show fortify. I'm going to do that maybe. See, the number goes up to 6. So danger level is almost really bad. And KO someone here. I guess risky business. KO that. Ride the ant. Draw 1. Risky science. Since I played a tech card before, I can discard a card to draw a card. Bioelectric Sting, which is 1. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1 for each one I drew, which I drew 1, 2 cards. So I'm at 9 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And with my 9, I'll use 8 to hit him one last time. Give me the password. Fight. The Mastermind can't be fought again until the password is complete. When anyone plays a card with a cost 1 or more, set it aside and it loses its game text. Still grants its recruit and attack. Once 6 cards have been set aside this way, discard them and the password is complete. Luckily, that was the last one because I don't think we could have done that in a solo game. I think it would have taken too long to complete this. We did it. Ant-Man, Wasp, and even Bill Foster, Goliath were able to stop Sonny Birch from selling secrets. Whew, that was tough. We were down to the last card of the villain deck, and this scheme actually turned out to be a lot scarier than I would have thought. And we were at danger level 6 out of 7, so we almost lost there. I think had we not been able to swing like twice that one turn, like, oh, that would have been real bad. So in terms of MVP, it might be Giant Ego, but you know what? I think I'm actually going to say it was Goliath's card, Brilliant Biochemist, and a Massive Warrior, because him supporting either the green power or tech was pretty useful. That was really good. Second place, I think, would be Giant Ego, just for the attack power that it granted. But overall, I'm going to say this is our MVP for today. Let's count up the points. It's 6 cards, so not a lot. 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 20. 23. We made 23 points in this game. Well guys, that's it for Ant-Man and the Wasp. If there were any misplays or misunderstandings on my part on how the game should be played, let me know in the comment section below. It's how I learned to play. What MCU or live-action Marvel movie would you like to see turned into an episode of Legendary MCU? If you want to stay up to date on my videos and live streams on both YouTube and Twitch, check out links in the description below, like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining. That's all for now guys, Manjoume out.